Hey friends, TUXX here. For this particular video, we have a brand new radar detector fresh from China. As you guys may have noticed, I've been going to Miami pretty regularly. Every week or two, we drive up to Miami, and for us, it's about a 2.5, 3 hour, actually it's probably more like 3.5 hour drive each direction, so it's a ways. And up and down the Florida Keys, there is tons of speed traps, state troopers, local cops in these little weird communities, and they love to hide by bridges, and the speed limit frequently goes from 55 down to 35 or 45 and back to 55, and sometimes it's just the crossing of a bridge changes the speed by 10 miles, and it's very easy for these cops to hide and actually get you a ticket for 10 miles over the speed limit, which could result in $150 to $200 in a ticket, and I've gotten a couple of these actually from speed traps, and so that has gotten me to the point where I say no more. I want to go ahead and avoid speeding tickets, and I want to be a good driver, but also I want to be aware when cops are watching, So as far as radar detectors go, I've been reviewing some of these more inexpensive ones and more expensive ones. My go-to radar detector really is the Escort Passport that you can check out in another video on my queue here. But I'm also looking for great solutions, great products that are not going to cost you, $350. And that brings us to this. This is actually a new one I found on eBay. Let's go ahead and open this up. And this was sent fresh from China, so I don't even know what it looks like. The package feels like it's a little bit squished. It took about a week or so to get here, maybe 2 weeks. Whenever you get anything from China, usually it'll take a little bit longer. I want to say it was free shipping though, so that was kind of cool. And the whole thing cost me about $10. So let us see here what this looks like. Here we go. And this is the 360 full band scanning radar detector. And I have to say the retail packaging, besides being a little squished from China, actually looks quite nice. This is actually a nice package that could be sold in some kind of mom and pop electronic stores or international trading stores, that kind of thing. I could easily see this sitting on the shelf in some store. It looks nice. It's not like an OEM cardboard box, if you will. But anyway, on the back here, it explains things. These seem to be in Russian a lot, I've noticed. There is a English side over here. So it has a global positioning satellite. This is a very latest GPS system with wireless radar detector technology. Interesting. Which connected to a GPS display screen provides you with safety and pleasure driving and enjoy your life. That's kind of interesting. It alerts you to camera, speed limit, and looks like it's a pretty wide range full function radar detector according to all this. So looks very good. Has some cute little pictures here on the side of all the things it detects, like police and scanners and radar guns and street cameras and all that type of stuff, which really looks like the feature of a more expensive radar detector. Now, for this particular video, this is a unboxing video. I will have a separate video coming up, which is more of a field test, where I'm going to test this out on the road and trying to see if it really picks up and see how it works as far as actually working in the real world. But for the unboxing purposes, I'll say the box looks very nice, besides being a little bit squished. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so we open it up here. There's no real special foam or anything, not a whole lot of packing, but there's a radar detector, and we'll come back to this in 1 second. And then it does come with a power supply, which looks quite a bit like the power supply of the other cheaper radar detector, which I basically did a review on. It was probably about 2 months ago. You can look back in my queue and actually see it. Although this one does seem to have a push on and push off button here, which I want to say the other one may not have. I didn't notice that. But overall, good quality, feels like pretty thick cord, so should be good. And then here it does come with a little instruction sheet here, which talks about radar detector in a few different languages. You can read through. Looks like we got Chinese, looks like we got Russian. Talks about hooking it up here. And it's kind of interesting. Some different ways, different accessories perhaps, or different things they sell. Different types of radar, which is interesting. Looks like it's a full function, picks up a lot of different radar. Has functions like power on off, PND connection, has oval report mode, PND mode, voice adjustment, receiving mode, city road mode, and highway mode. So a lot of different modes you can actually go through there. And again, here it shows different types of things it can pick up, which is interesting. And here it looks like, oh, this is interesting. They kind of show that it kind of snapping onto a GPS snapping in front of it, which is very interesting. I guess that is a different attachment that may not be in the box here. So interesting. Anyway, it's cool that it has a little sheet though, a little quick start, okay? And again, for purposes of finding this, you can probably find this on eBay is where I bought it, but you may also be able to buy it on Amazon. Basically, it's called the 360 full band scanning radar detector. It doesn't really seem to have a number here on the box necessarily. The sticker itself does have a number though. You can pause that and write that down if you're interested. And it looks like it says June 16th, 2016. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's a manufacture date, but very cool. Here we have what is meant to be like a little stick on the dash piece, and these do work pretty well actually, I'll say. I tend to prefer the clamp style ones, but basically you clean your dash off, you slap this puppy down, and the top part here is kind of it's sticky to the touch, but you can peel it off, so you can put the radar detector on here and won't slide around. This can be used good for other things too, like car keys, sunglasses, different things. It's a pretty versatile little thing. These sell on eBay for about $1 or so on their own. Okay, so the unit itself, taken out of the plastic wrap, looks really nice. I have to say, this does not look clunky. This does not look like old technology. It's a little bit bulky, but it does have some style to it. On the top here, you'll see it has up, menu, down, which is very good. Little speakers in here. And on the side here, it has a little power plug. That's where you plug in, and of course, on the front here, you can't see anything right now because it's not actually plugged in, but this is where your readings would be for the different types of radars being picked up, and perhaps the strength. On the side here, it does have something a lot of the cheap radar detectors don't have, which appears to be a older style USB type plug. So you can actually plug in, and it's interesting. I don't know if that's more for a programming thing or if that's actually more for connecting up like a GPS, which might be the case. This does seem to have more features than the average cheap radar detector, so we'll have to look into that one. Now on the top here you can see, I like the style of it. It has, 16 band, which is really good. And of course 360 laser, okay? On the back here it's got this little eyes, which supposedly have LEDs on the inside, which are, radar detecting LEDs and technology to pick up different types of radar. We'll see. Again, some people say that when they open these up, not this particular one, but cheap radar detectors in general, sometimes the technology they advertise isn't really on the inside. Now on the bottom, you can see here, it's got little air vents. Looks like it's quality passed. Radar detector has some stuff in Russian. Let's see, 12 volts. Oh, this is interesting. Non-professional shall not be opened. Okay, so I guess they do not want you to open it, maybe because they don't want you to damage it, or maybe there's some kind of crazy good technology in here that they don't want that harm to come to you because it has, I don't know, something special in here, uranium, or who knows what's charging this thing. But anyway, guys, that is the unboxing for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you buy this, this is basically what you get in the box. Radar detector, cord with button, and you get this like little dash rubbery thing to hold it in place, and of course you get a little book which is partially in other languages. So anyway, pretty cool, bang for the buck for 10 bucks. Not a bad purchase, The question is, will it work? Okay, so again, in a separate video we'll have this live road tested. You can check that out and see how this performs in real driving conditions and see if it actually picks up radar. But as far as the unboxing goes, I have to say, for 10 bucks, it's a pretty good looking unit, So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Be sure and check out TUXX Toys, my other channel. So I have a channel, Gamer TUXX, and please stay tuned to TUXX Reviews for more reviews. And if you have requests of any particular hardware, be it computer hardware or radar detectors, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you have a favorite radar detector, let me know in the comments below too what works well for you. I mean, together we got to fight these speeding tickets and these speeding traps because it's really expensive, so it's well worth, a few $100 or maybe even 10 bucks to avoid that, $150 to $200 ticket. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.